campaign issues wrongly for their own ratings to go up. So I am happy I don't see tear gas, and I wish I shouldn't see it until we do voting. It tells you that sometimes we blame our police for no reason. If you play by the rules, I play by the rules, the campaign will be normal, as so far it is.
Okay, does this speak to a shift or maybe a growth in electoral democracy, or we are yet to see the ugly side popping again?
Let me tell you, Simon, there is growth in the country. Growth in terms of infrastructure is there. The economy is growing. Quite a number of people are busy earning income. There are those that are not yet earning. When you hear that our coffee exports have now hit 2.2 billion, 2.2 billion. Districts that never used to plant coffee have planted. I am an example. I have added on to the acreage, and my people have added on. So the more people engage in the money economy that the president keeps telling you about, they begin to shun politics of no substance. They want to see electricity for them to do on-farm processing. They want better roads. They want functional public schools such that they are able to balance their income.
Which always remain promises.
They are there. Look at the number of classrooms built. It's more of operational mistakes. But because you see, let me tell you, what NRM did, we expanded the economy of Uganda. We liberalized the economy. Services are now managed at the district. You even have districts managed by the opposition. Are they doing better? When a capitation grant goes to a school, it should be the responsibility of the local leadership to supervise if it is being put to the right use. It's more really of mobilizing the citizens to know their rights and demand for them. Because governance should be contested, we should be contesting governance on policies. That's why we're saying that the campaign is a little bit boring. We are not asking the questions. So your candidate Y, your candidate X, what is your position on inflation? NRM is credited for maintaining the lowest level of inflation in the country. Not in the region, actually. It means you, Simon, you can earn your salary from NBS, small or big, and you won't be worried station. You who wants to unseat NRM, what's your alternative for that? NRM is investing money in infrastructure. Okay? We are taking roads. Someone was saying, how can you talk about roads when the road is bad, Kampala roads are bad?
The road that you take home.
For sure, and which I will take after here. But all that is a derivative of growth. These roads...
Under construction for more than a decade plus.
No, it was completed. It was completed, but these are repairs. It tells you the traffic on the roads is increasing. Increased traffic is an indicator of increased number of automobiles. It tells you Uganda's purchasing power is in buy more cars. So that's why now in our manifesto as NRM, we are promising investment, perhaps with oil money that we expect to get in the next 1 or 2 years, to inject, we'll have mass transit systems. Mass transit systems. The whole of Kampala, you do a railway, Chireka, and you decongest the city. These are the plans NRM always stands for. And these are the plans, these are the issues other contenders should be judged on, not sentiments.
Does it baffle you that the theme that NRM chose this time, the slogan, protecting the gains, has attracted a lot of ridicule from the masses, protecting the gains?
Not ridicule.
Which gains?
Thank you so much. The gains are there. The gains are there.
How about the losses?
Of course, you protect what you have and you expand it. You get the point. Even in business, Simon, let's go slow. Even in business, when a company grows, strategic managers, under their corporate strategies, they must discuss how to manage success, what they call economies of scale. If you don't manage expansion, if you don't manage success, making sure that you don't lose what you have built, then you crumble. So what do we mean by protecting the gains? Make sure that the peace dividend we have in this country, which is responsible for our increased tourism revenues, is not tampered with. Making sure that our borders are secure, east, west, north, is not a simple joke. Everything you do, including broadcasting from this building, it's because of the peace dividend we have. When we say we protect the gains, our literacy levels have gone down. The poverty levels we had 10 years ago, we were at 24%, 24.1 to be specific. We are now at 16 poverty levels. Protecting the gains. That's how we should understand it.
Is this anything you'd sell to your constituents?
Why wouldn't I? I've been an MP in my constituency for now 18 years. I started when I was a young man. We can track our progress. We didn't have water, okay? We now have almost 70% coverage of safe water. We did not have electricity. Every parish now has electricity. And I'm now speaking from my district. Roads, we are now connected to Ibanda by tarmac, connected to Fort Portal by tarmac, we are now going to be connected to Chenjojo by tarmac. These were never there. So for us, from the NRM perspective, every 5 years we are added. It's incremental in terms of service delivery.
What explains the reality that the message you're boasting about, the achievements of NRM, do not really bode with the urban voters? The pattern has always been that in urban areas, NRM fares poorly.
We know our weakness. We've not perfected our mobilization in the urban areas. But actually, in my view, the urban areas where I presume the biggest number of the elite, okay, they should understand this. So look at Kampala. Why is it expanding day by day? Kampala, Mukono, Jinja, it's almost now becoming one city.
Why are they strongholds of the opposition? If indeed
yes,
the voters would reward you for the good.
Propaganda. Maybe we've not managed how we mobilize them. And that's also heresy for us. That's also heresy for us. The fact that we tolerate opposition, we contend with them, they win us here, we win there, that's democracy. And that's why we have to continuously engage them. And we have hope now that we will perform much better.
How is NRM getting into this? Because you've just emerged out of a stormy process, internal process. The party primaries were highly billed as messy. Could it have a bearing?
That's actually, I'm happy you raised it. Perhaps it would have skipped my mind. That's our strength. I don't have the numbers off my head, but if I had time, I would check with Tango Doi. We had the most participatory, highly inclusive.
But chaotic.
Just wait. Of course, if you have a crowd of 10,000.
Mad by money.
Listen.
Violence.
Listen. First ask yourself, why is everybody interested in participating in that exercise you call chaotic? Because that's where they see the future. That's where they
survival.
They believe not at all what survival. How much money was people were paying money for your information to the secretariat to get for expression of interest.
Yeah, ever since politics became commercialized, they are looking at this as lucrative.
Listen to this. Our party flags were competed for. They were given by the people, not through an interview panel by a few selected at Kavure. People participated at LC1. Even here in towns that you think we don't have support. At parish level, stiff competition. Sub-county level, stiff competition. I think thousands, if not tens of thousands, participated in our exercise.
Yeah, but the outcome was quite telling.
It was actually fair.
It was telling.
There is it was fair. We had a tribunal.
It prompted the reaction of the party chairman.
Of course, that's his work. He's the party chairman. He's governing the party.
But he also raised the red flag. Yes. So that discredits the entire process.
Not at all. He's managing his own house. What do you expect him to condone illegalities? If it tells you that as a party, we have an internal cleansing mechanism, we are able to point out wrong to our own and clean it. We put up a party tribunal. Okay? It validated the number of victories. And you wait. Most of the people who passed as flag bearers in this election, most will succeed.
Yeah, but the dust is not settled yet because independents are now emerging out of the party.
It is okay. Contestation, you become stronger, you become, even in diversity. Independents come out because they feel they are aggrieved.
But how troubling is that notion of someone losing and then turning out as an independent?
It is indeed a problem. Because, unlike other countries, when you participate in a party primary, okay, the law bars you. But here, majority actually for us in NRM, we didn't want that law, okay, as if you're conscripted into a party. But I can tell you, this time, the party primaries of NRM were much better than the previous ones. I can say this with confidence, not because I won, but that's the general feeling. We had a register.
Contested?
By some.
Highly contested.
Let me tell you.
From the top.
Let me even tell you, even the religious norms, there are people who quietly contest them. You get it? Even different religious norms and practices, there are people quietly.
You can't sanitize an election.
There is no sanitizing.
From SEC downwards, everyone was complaining that there were glaring hitches.
Where they were identified. Okay? We had millions participating in the primaries very peacefully. We had the register. The 2021 primaries, we didn't have a register. Okay? Because it's very expensive. The chairman reached a point of saying, let everybody vote. Even the opposition people came to vote in our primaries.